Welcome back to a casted game of Age of Mythology Retold. You are currently looking at rank 1 on the ladder. AC has been on, as Twitch chat would say, an absolute tear. He has just went up like 24 ranks in the last day, and he is sitting on top of the ranked 1v1 ladder at rank 1. AC playing Odin today. If you're going to be rank 1, Odin's certainly a civilization that will help you do it because they have the highest win rate and the highest pick rate. So AC has a lot to prove here. I guess there's only one way to one direction to go if you're sitting on top, and that's down. And I'll tell you, Vilrus, this is a player who could absolutely take a win off of rank number 1. He is playing set today. We have seen him in other games up to a little bit of shenanigans, going for some fast mythic pushes with the Valley of the Kings upgrade. Now, we'll see if he goes for that, but it'll be very interesting to see if he's going to decide to go for another fast age-up strategy again. Now, you can see a little intricacy of his build here. He used the villager to aggro the hippos close to his town center, so he didn't have to spend time building a granary. So this optimizes his first age, allows him to age up just a hair faster. And a little detail you can do on games where you have the aggro hunts, such as a boar or a hippo or an auroch, whatever it might be, you can take a shot at them, but don't shoot them at the town center as far as your first shot. Because if you shoot them at the TC, they run away. I've made this mistake, unfortunately, a few times. So you want to aggro them towards your TC. Of course, like, you know, air quotes, boar luring has been a huge thing ever since Age of Empires 2. So fun to see that little mechanic make its way into Age of Mythology Retold. Now, you see a little bit of red stuff floating around the monument. That is a Civ bonus for set. So if we go in here and pop this bad boy open, let's check out set. So their monuments reduce the cost of units in nearby barracks and Migdal strongholds by 5%. So right now he's just getting favor out of that, but into the later stages of the game, that'll be giving him discounts for his barracks or his Migdal, which he might just park to Migdal right here if he goes for a fast age up strategy. Okay, that's enough looking at the set. Let's see what's going on for the Norse. So Norse playing Odin. We have, well, AC is playing Odin from the who are Norse, whatever. He's building his temple, and he'll get 2 ravens to go out and scout his opponent. Of course, you're playing, whoa, watch out. That was an ox cart almost flipped over there. A good place to park those ravens will be on the gold mine expansions a lot of times when you're playing against Egyptians. Because they got to come out eventually, right? They got to come out additionally for that, that gold. I do not think the 5% discount stacks for the monuments. You know, I haven't explicitly tested it, but that would be broken. I don't think they do. Might be cool, but that's good enough. They don't need it. Okay, age up options. We're gonna see Freya coming in right now for Odin, which of course some upgrades for Cav synergizes very nicely with Odin and their great hall units and the bonuses that come with them. And we'll have Forest Fire as well. On the other side, we've got Anubis, and yeah, I have a sneaky suspicion this is going to be like the exact same strategy we saw him use against BC Cutie. Boy, I'm excited to see this. Can Vilrus take a win off of rank 1, I guess, will be the question. On this map, I'll say as Egyptians, if you get, you eventually run out of this first gold mine, and you got to have this moment where you have to come out to an expansion. And so if you go for like a naked fast H3 and your opponent does make a sizable army, you might not have the momentum you need to actually get out here and build a Migdal on one of these gold mines. So there is a small moment of timing. It can get a little scary, but he technically will have enough to get him through these ages if he's not going to be spending on any units or any upgrades or farms or anything like that. And when we talk about farms, we don't need them a whole lot with set, at least not for a while, because each age you get some animals. So you just delete those, you eat them at your town center, and it's very efficient. Look, this guy hasn't even built a granary yet. Set is absolutely amazing. Which is your favorite Egyptian god to play? Personally, for me, it's Isis. I think Isis is my favorite, although Ra is really growing on me. Ra was my favorite as a kid. I just loved playing Ra because I thought the Rock was super cool, flying around with units. The Rock is just absolutely dog shit and Retold. A lot of Om going on. That's the sound of him converting these aurochs to bring them back home to eat. building little wall segments around his towers. It's just a way to, he's anticipating some Norse aggression, build these wall segments to keep the surface area down and protect his towers from the incoming siege. And he instantly builds an armory. Now, I don't know if AC saw this armory, but if he did, he probably knows, okay, this is a fast Egypt coming in. And armories are free for Egypt, so he's using them, in fact, for wall segments. Look at this. Instead of building walls, he's just going to make a few armories. It costs villager time to do this, of course, but not a big deal. This is the second time I've seen AC use forest fire on a single straggler tree, and I don't know if it... I guess it's going to work. Will that kill that? No, there is no way. He's done this twice. He may be rank 1, but that single forest fire does not do anything on a straggler tree. It was cute though. It was cute, almost. Maybe he's just testing out. He's figuring it out. Okay, so we have double Great Hall here out of AC. And he is aging up. He kind of knows, like, okay, there's a fast H3 coming. I'm not going to get caught in the H2. So both players going to be aging up about the same time. We got Nord coming out for upgrades to Cav for the Norse. And we're going to see Nephthys for the Egyptians. God of the underworld. Underworld? God of night and death. Oh, yeah, that's very different from the underworld. Night and death. Underworld is Hades' domain. Let's not mix that up. Don't mix that up. Okay. So we have okay, he got his Valkyrie back. He got him back. So building a forward base, looking like he's going to bring some pressure here. I wonder if he'll drop a hill fort right away so he can get some portable rams to try to do some sieging, or what he'll go for. Now, it does look like Belarus has just now reached the heroic age. Clearly a very, very tight timing on this. I will upload this game to AOMGG/Rex if you want to go download it and look at these build orders with a fine-tooth comb. If you do and want to post the build in Discord, I've got a forum channel for build orders in my Discord. Make sure you grab yourself the Age of Mythology roll and come drop it in there. Do know that Rex, they invalidate after patches, so if you don't see it, that might be why. Okay, here we go. Walking Woods. I love it. He's using the armory as a little bit of a barrier, and it just might buy him the time he needs. Can he take down these trees? The Ents are coming for Saruman. And that's gonna be an ancestor wombo combo. We've got trees, we've got ancestors, we got snakes. He's using the snakes to try to defend the inner of his base, the inner keep. This is like 3 god powers on screen right now. Okay, Pharaoh gonna be very effective at taking out the trees as well as the priests, due to them being classified as a myth unit. So he loses a house, loses a tower, but ultimately not the worst trade for him. Is he tranting out of here? It is going to be some chariots. Still's got about another 1,000 gold left there, so needs to gain himself some ground here very soon. And this looks like to be a very effective fight. He mixed in several camel riders with the ancestors as well as the pharaoh and priest, just targeting these myth units out. This was a very good fight for Belarus. And in fact, he's going to be sitting on top of his opponent's forward base now. This could potentially be game ending if he can put a complete damper on his military production. He really invested in the building forward, not able to do enough damage. We see the priest and pharaoh coming up front, maybe overextending just a little bit, but maybe not. Going to be taking down the mountain giant. Down he goes, but he does lose the pharaoh. The pharaoh will respawn over time. We've seen a lot of these Jarls being trained. You guys, I didn't say Jarl. 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 Hopefully that's right. Someone's like, no, it's Jarl. Jarl. Man, I love this little armory wall. A nice use of that. Okay, so Belarus able to hold on. Score looking to be in favor right now of the Norse. Villager count very similar. Army count, he's got a little bit more out on the field, but I don't think the score is a direct reflection of what's going on here. Egyptians looking to be in a pretty nice spot right now, but he's up against rank 1. This game is surely far from over. Camel's looking to go for raid, heading up north to see if they find something. It looks like he saw him run out. Kind of has a beat on him, or maybe he was just kind of moving over this direction. I think he's camping the gold. Trying Trying to make sure his opponent's not on there. For the Egyptians, you can just keep going back and forth between their gold veins and just make sure, hey, find where they are, because they're going to running out of gold. They're going to be coming out, and you can go take them out. But look at this. AC has hit the exact amount of gold he needs to age up. He doesn't even care about the gold. What a risky move. He basically won't be able to train priests. He's saving up to go straight for the mythic age right now. That is what he's doing. And boy, that's going to be a little bit of a gamble. We do see the camel is able to grab some of these dwarfs, so that's going to be slowing down the gold of Odin right now. And here we go. The age up coming in right now. What are we aging up with? That's going to be Thoth. Yeah, and that will be giving him access to Valley of the Kings to get that double production of his Migdol. Taking in a few houses right now. Can he house his opponent? Looks like he's still got plenty of population, so he should be fine for now. Okay, we're going to hang back. He's able to use a few chariots to shoot his army away. Got some serpents guarding as well around the town center. I like the defensive use of the serpents. Kind of, basically the best service they do is provide some tanking for your army. Okay, Camel's going to be very effective at raiding, as you're going to see here right now. But Berserk's coming in to interrupt. He's not going to take the fight and will run away. Now he's going to have meteor available, and I'll say this isn't feeling like the best meteor in the world. Not a ton here to kill. There's the town center. I mean, some few houses in the tower. Doesn't feel like the most impactful meteor I could imagine. So we'll be interested to see how he uses it. He could even use it on the enemy army, should he choose to. Okay, so Age 4 are almost underway. Camel's continuing to raid around, just keeping an eye on the enemy economy. Villar is looking like he could be sitting at rank 1 after this. Man, he's playing really, really well. Can he finish this game off? There we go. He's in the next age. Phoenix comes out. Meteor is available. Where does he use it? He calls it in. Where does he call it in? On the main TC. Okay, so he does go for the main TC. It will be killing a number of houses. We see an Oxcart go flipping right now. Takes down that main town center. Whoa, brother. So that's impactful. You knock down your opponent's town center. If they were trying to age up, you stop that as well. Pretty much stops his opponent from aging anytime soon. And now he's pushing together with his army. He's got some myth units available. Now there are some... we got Vigbrigdor Soljartsen. Whew. Back there throwing some hero darts at the Phoenix. But largely, looks like the Egyptian army is on the chase. And that's going to be... some camels going down. The number is not quite in the Egyptian favor here, but he has a little bit of seniority in ages. Here's some of his upgrades coming in, but a little bit of a decent fight for the Norse in that regards. Camels, though, continuing to raid. Look at this. 26 villagers versus 40. He has absolutely raided Odin to shreds. Phoenix coming in to apply some of that area damage right now. And check this out. Where's his pharaoh? Where is he? His pharaoh's not in there, but technically his pharaoh should be empowering the Migdol with the Valley of Kings so he can be training 2 at a time. So I think he might have done a select all military there, so he accidentally brought him to the front line. But as his chariot numbers grow, if he gets his chariots upgraded, this is going to be very hard for this Norse army to combat at the moment. He doesn't even have a hill fart. I've said that once before. We'll edit that out in post. Don't forget to do that. Snipers on it. No hill forts to be training up Huskarls, which are good against archers. Elephants, though, on the case. The Walking Woods again! He uses again. Can he take it out? What's he gonna do with these trees? The trees are alive with the sound of siege. Gonna be taking out a monument right now. I think, you guys let me know what you think. I think villagers should get bonus damage versus trees, and you should get wood from killing them. I think it would only make sense, right? This is all about realism. Tactical, mythological realism. Trees, not really doing a whole lot other than falling over here for the second round. 2 phoenixes up there. Holy halibut, look at those bad boys. I always get accused of spending too much time looking at the Phoenix fly around, but it is literally the sexiest unit in Age of Mythology. Name me a cooler looking unit. Look at this thing. It is just so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. The dwarf, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, Jarl's right now out here on the raid, but it looks like some Egyptian troops are ready to take him out. You can see how he knows the raid there. He's got the Raven over here, the one-eyed Raven, keeping an eye on those villagers. Okay, looks like we have a replacement settlement being built right now for AC. Needs to get hit back in the game. He needs to get to the next stage. Doing very well, I will say, despite being down in age right now, having gone up against Meteor, a slew of god powers. Able to hold a lot. But here we go. We've got Jarls on top of the chariots doing a lot of damage. AC not taking, or sorry, Vilrus not taking the most effective trades here. A lot of games still left to be played. Second TC is up. Will he go for an age up? He could, in fact, buy the food if he had a market. If he could literally just buy the next stage right now. It looks like he's saving. I don't see a ton of units in queue or something. In fact, he does have a ton of military buildings to spam out of. But just kind of sitting back. I can't help but to think if there should be a moment for the Egyptians to be striking right now, trying to find some raids. I mean, he's been doing a very good job of raiding, but like there's some possible opportunities here on the north side of the map that are rather exposed. You see the Phoenix taking out units with ease. 5 Aces wants to know which tastes better, hippos or giraffes? You know, that's a great question. Has anyone in chat ever eaten a hippo or a giraffe? I don't even know if that's legal, so don't incriminate yourself. But I don't know. We don't exactly have those aplenty here in Ohio. In fact, in Cincinnati, we have literally, if you guys have seen the show Parks and Recreation, and you guys know what Little Sebastian is, right? The little celebrity pony from that show. We literally have a real-life Little Sebastian in Cincinnati, and it is Fiona the hippo. The city is just crazy about the hippo at the Cincinnati Zoo. They not only have multiple hippos. They've gone nuts on all of the hippos, but you know, we needed a new idol after our Lord and Savior Harambe was shot down, rest in peace, a few years ago. My childhood gorilla didn't make it. But anyways, yeah, chime in if you've had a hippo or giraffe before. Here we go. We've got the Norse army. What? He's going to take this engagement, pushes in, goes for a surround on these elephants. It doesn't seem like he has enough to take this, but I guess these are mostly a chariot army, so not great for tanking. Not to mention the fact that these herdmen will be doing bonus damage to pretty much this entire army. They're good against cav. Okay, chariots, they kite back and they're able to do a lot of damage. Now, chariots have excellent range. If we take a look at these chariots and we click on these bad boys, they've got 20 range. So very good units for kiting and staying back on the back line, firing. AoE 2 has their own hippo celebrity, Nilly. Oh yeah, that is correct. Nilly, the hippo. Okay, elephant's gonna be going down. He doesn't really, he's parking his chariots rather close to these front engagements, but look at this. He gets up to the next age, and he now has Ragnarok available. Will he pop this right now? Phoenix goes down to the back line. AC has done a very good job of sustaining this engagement despite being aged behind for a long time. Now, one thing to consider, Egyptians are very good at countering Ragnarok. You've got the chariot archers, which can kite and scoot and shoot and take shots. You've also got the axemen, which are very, very effective at countering the heroes of Ragnarok. But he does not have any barracks down. Despite the fact he is set, he'd be getting discounts at his barracks if he built it next to a monument. He doesn't have any, so runs a little bit of a risk. There could be certainly a last-ditch push here out of the Norse, and I kind of feel like he needs to go for it. I see him bringing a lot of his villagers to the front line. I don't know if he's just gathering some final resources or if he's going to go for it, because probably as the time is now, but I'm not sure he's going to have enough. This Egyptian army's been sitting here in the Mythic Age for a while. Not only that, he's been able to get a lot of his upgrades. He hasn't really taken advantage right now of the... Just make sure he aged up the right one. The Valley of the Kings, getting his double unit production. Oh, he just now researched it. I'm sorry. He literally just researched it. What's on his radar? Oh, shoot! Villagers getting hit by the fire giants. Okay, yeah, one thing about this is one thing about Ragnarok. You need to have a lot of villagers, right? Like, he's sitting here on 25 villagers. Ragnarok ain't gonna do shit. He'd almost be better off just like slamming down like 4 settlements right now and building no units, just trying to stay back. I mean, it feels like the Egyptians are certainly content to stay back, try to gain up some units, but I'm not sure that Ragnarok's gonna be very impactful here on this fight. Villar's taking his time right now, trying to put this thing away with the Egyptians. Man, oh man. A few elephants on the front line ready to go. Doesn't have any siege. He does have... He's not training any. You can actually see, look at this. He's training up axemen. Now, he's been doing raiding very well the whole game. So he should be kind of aware that his opponent's a little bit down on villager numbers when it comes to Ragnarok. But at the same time, he doesn't have the same vision we need. So I think he's considering adding some axemen into army, being prepared for a Heroes of Ragnarok push. And quite frankly, for AC, yeah, he somehow has to go for a push now or never, because he is very far behind. Needs to get a fight. Now look at this, chariots all bunched up. He didn't micro these at all. He parked them in the front line, and the fire giants absolutely destroyed them, shredded the chariots. So good use of his fire giant there. Not the best micro there out of the Villars. If you're gonna take swings here at the king here on rank 1, you can't miss. But the elephants marching 2 by 2 out of here. There we go. You can see, watch this. So you got that Valley of the Kings upgrade. When this elephant comes out, you might get 2 elephants. Let's see. Boom, there it is. 2 elephants, and there it is. Heroes of Ragnarok is popped. This is going to be the last-ditch effort for AC. Will Heroes of Ragnarok be enough to stop this impending elephant stampede? I'm not sure. Looking at the army count, 129 versus 107. We've seen AC finish games off with his Ragnarok before, but his opponent's got a large standing army. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough. Chariot's trying to pick off the units on the back line. That's a lot of elephants. These things are just so tanky. Allowing the chariots to do nice DPS. Be nice to micro those bad boys back. But this is essentially going to decide the game right here. Oh my gosh, a Mythic Age showdown. Heroes of Ragnarok versus elephants. Let's go, I love it. This is beautiful. You guys know I like some good elephant time in any RTSs. And Villars, with an absolute upset, takes a game off of AC. Rank number 1 falls to the Egyptians. An absolute impressive build. It was also good to see Villars adapt. We've seen him go for the fast mythic. Today he went for the fast heroic, built a nice defensive wall there with his armories, and was able to buy himself time and just slowly creep. He took his time, doing a lot of raiding, by the way, with his camels in the middle stages of that game. And I think that's really key, because you can't just brute force go try to siege down the opponent's base right away because you're in the 3rd age. It's just not going to work that easy, especially against an enemy who has a lot of melee units, rushing siege towers in there. Might not have done the most, so good job running camels around, raiding, and just keeping his army pushed back, killing so many of his villagers. Let's look at that villager timeline just so you can see that very end. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah, that tells a story right there. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed this casted game today of Rank 1 of Age of Mythology Retold. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel, leave me a comment and a thumbs up, and I will catch you in the next one.